Hi all. I wanted to tell you that things are going great. It's only been 2 weeks since my hair length update, so I'm gonna skip that for now. I wanted to tell you about 3 things that I wish I had not done with my hair. Different things work for different people, and I'm very much aware of that. And so these are just 3 things that did not work for me. The first one had to do with my hair growth in the 3rd month. See, I'm at 4.5 months of keeping track of this right now. In the 1st month and the 2nd month, it grew consistently about the same length. In the 3rd month, I didn't see any change in length. In the 4th month, it grew again. I was trying to think, what did I do differently in the 3rd month? Well, there was something. You see, I usually will use Natural Instincts, and it's a semi-permanent hair color, and I only color my roots with it. But sometimes I will use a permanent hair color, and what I will do with that is not color all of my roots with it, and it doesn't touch my scalp. I will mix about 1/3 of the box, and because I just don't need it, I'm only doing part of my roots, and I don't touch it to my scalp. I will come up close and pinch it a little bit of the color in my fingers and just streak it into my hair here and there. And I won't, just go around and streak it in. And they usually say leave it on. Some of them are 25 minutes, some of them up to 45 minutes. And I will usually leave it on for only about 10 minutes. I've learned through the years that my hair can't take the entire time, or it will break if I use it. It's just too harsh for my hair. So I would rinse that out normally, and then I would go ahead and use the Natural Instincts over the top of that, and it just made it feel softer again, because this stuff can really dry it out. What I learned is never ever color my hair when I'm tired. I decided to skip any of the permanent color and just use the Natural Instincts and cover my roots all the way to the scalp, all over, as I would normally do. I picked up the wrong box, and I ended up putting the permanent hair color all over my roots. It was it was not, within seconds I was waking up, but I had already just very quickly parted and stuck it on there and rubbed it in, and the smell, and I thought, oh, it's already on there, I'll just leave it for a little bit. I made it almost 10 minutes. The smell is it's just so much of it and so strong. I got in the shower and rinsed it out. My hair was not damaged. It didn't dry out or anything like that, and I felt very fortunate. But my hair did not grow for that month, and that's the only thing I can think of I did differently. Number 2 is that I didn't realize, you who are smarter than I am about this stuff will certainly laugh at me. I didn't realize there's a difference between a moisturizing conditioner and a protein conditioner. And I know that protein is often in the ingredients on moisturizing conditioners, but it'll be way down the list. Well, there are all kinds of really brilliant people on YouTube. I've learned so much, and many of them do very just smart mixes and using very simple things. And so one of them that a lot of people are using is you mix an egg and you use some oils and stuff. So I thought, well, I guess that's so simple. I have it right here. So I mixed 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'll say about half a teaspoon of honey. Put it all over my hair, and this is very high in protein because it's an egg. There's hair mayonnaise. Mayonnaise contains eggs. It's going to be good for me. It's natural. And anyway, what I didn't realize is, and I read in other places eventually, is that they said that if you're someone who has consistently eaten protein, and if your fingernails are growing, you probably don't have a protein shortage in your hair, and that little bit at the bottom of the list in a lot of conditioners is probably all you'll need, and that people can get too much protein in their hair. And I've heard people talk about being protein sensitive, and that may be, I don't know if that's the right words, but that may be what happened with me. I rinsed that out and let it dry, 75-85% as usual. Dried my hair. And, oh, it was a mess. I just, it felt very, very brittle, and I have to tell you, it shined. Oh my goodness, I looked like somebody. It looked like a silk sheet from a magazine or something. It was very, very shiny, so that was a good part of it. But it was so dry, and I would comb it, and I would be just afraid that it would break, and this is the only way I know to explain it. I could comb it straight if it was hanging straight, but if I pushed my hair back and one piece went over another, I'd try to get, and it just would not go through. I had to straighten it back out with my hands and then ease through it again. But I was so afraid it was just going to snap. It felt so foreign to me and so dry, and I knew I needed moisture, so I started, the first thing I did was just put on all the coconut oil, without dripping. I could get into my hair. I put on olive oil. I just left that on overnight, washed again, and I did that a few times, and then I got to reading on the internet about protein sensitivity and whatnot, and trying to figure out what kind of fix people did for it. And I just saw all kinds of depressed people saying they just had to live with it and go through it and stuff. And so what I did find in a couple of places that I decided to try was that, and this surprised me, my hair was dry. It would not have occurred to me that it needed clarifying, but that's what I read in a couple of places. Excuse me. It's allergy season and it's showing. But they said that it needed clarifying, and I thought, okay, I'll take the chance, but it's awfully dry. So, and I had been using my Suave clarifying shampoo, but it wasn't strong enough to get this extra stuff out of my hair. And what I ended up doing is something that I heard very simple, was that I used my clarifying shampoo, about a quarter size amount, and I put, I'll say, almost a teaspoon of baking soda in with that, washed my hair, and went ahead and conditioned as usual, and it felt pretty good. Took me about 2 washings after that to 3 before it was back to normal and felt soft again. And after fully clarifying with my clarifying shampoo and baking soda, my conditioner went ahead and it did absorb well, and my hair got soft again, but it did take me about 3 shampooings to get it back to feeling like it did before I used the egg mix that I made up. And so anyway, the third thing, and this is the last thing, and it's the worst thing I did on my hair. Again, some of the things that I mentioned may work beautifully for you that didn't work for me, and some things that do work for me may not work for you. So all I know is to try little by little, and until you find something that works. Here's one that I heard wonderful things about. I did a search on L'Oreal Eversleek, and this the reason I was doing searches is I was very interested in shampoos that do not contain silicones. Now I know that they are in my conditioner and other products that I'm using, but my shampoo probably has, I know my conditioner does, but I was interested in trying it. And what happened with this, it's probably one of the cheapest ones out there too, so if you know one that you think might work better, I am interested, but I need to learn a little more about them. I love the smell of this. It is absolutely beautiful. I would love it as a perfume, even as like a house fragrance. It's just that it was the thing that made me decide to get this one. I shampooed with it, and I always heavy oil. It was very slick in the shower. So I thought, well, maybe, like some people have said, I'm going to need to use a little bit more of this than I would a regular sulfate-containing shampoo. And it just kept feeling slick, and very often it will anyway, with the first shampoo with a clarifying shampoo, even after heavy oiling. And so I repeat it. And I just thought, well, this slick feeling in it is just my oil. And I ended up shampooing with this 3 times, and it still felt slick, and I thought, well, it's just not going to strip as much as a regular shampoo. It's just going to leave more oil in my hair, and that was going to be okay with me. I'm willing to have my hair a little bit oilier, and I was curious to see how it's going to turn out. So I squeezed it with a towel, and I let it dry for a while, and began to start just finger combing from the bottom, and it was absolutely impossible. As my hair dried, and I went ahead and let it air dry fully, it was matted, and with the egg treatment that I did, my hair had a feeling on it like it was kind of coarse and waxy. The hair felt like that. With this, it felt like there was something on my hair, and it felt like clay was dried into my hair. And the reason I don't want to buy another one right now is because I don't know what ingredients in here might have left something on my hair. It's possible they include clay. I don't know. I do know that there is a kind of clay that that is used for facial masks, and you can also put it in your hair to help clean your hair. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did contain it. I don't know. I've never used that before either. I believe it's called bentonite. Anyway, whatever it was, I couldn't rinse it out of my hair. I washed with it 3 times, and I rinsed. After rinsing each time, I mean the end of it, I rinsed probably 3 times, thinking I was distributing oil in my hair because it still felt so slick. So I don't know what it is that caused a very slick feeling when wet, and very much like clay and matting when it was dry. And I really thought, okay, I'm just going to have to cut it off. It was that bad. I absolutely could not comb it. I could with the egg, but not with this. And I ended up getting back in the shower and washing it a few times with my clarifying shampoo and conditioning again. It took me, I'll say, 4 or 5 washings after this before my hair started feeling normal again. Whatever it is in here, it doesn't work with my hair. And what I would suggest, and I've heard wonderful things about this, what I would suggest to people is don't do what I did. What I did was, expecting to find wonderful things about any product. I would type in this name or any name of a product, and then I type in words that are what I want to find, like manageable, silky, strong, just different, shiny, words like that. And you will find results that say all those things. Well, that's good to do for research. And then also type in whatever product you're interested in, and type in words like bad, disaster, breakage, so you get some opinions on both sides of it, and can make a more informed decision about whether this is something that you want to try. Another thing is that if you have someone close to you, or maybe a friend who has tried shampoo or some kind of conditioning treatment or something, it might be a good idea to ask to borrow a sample of it. Just this tiniest little bit. I don't know. Put it in a little container or something. Just ask if you can have a sample of it to try on your hair. Take it home, and then just do a strand test. And that's what I wish I would have done, both with the egg treatment and with this shampoo. I've never used, to my knowledge, a sulfate-free shampoo, so it would have benefited me a lot to just do a strand test on it. Then if it feels good on that strand, go ahead and use it on your whole head. But we do that for, it's recommended for hair color, so it might be a good idea for anything kind of really out of the ordinary that you want to do with your hair. My lesson for me learned is, if it works, don't fix it. So, and I kind of know some things that work pretty good for my hair right now. I've mentioned before, that is for me, I'm using Suave Clarifying Shampoo. When my hair is too flat, I'll use Herbal Essence's Body Envy. I also have a shampoo I'll use occasionally called Slick Line. It's in a large orange bottle, and it is from Sally's beauty supply, and it kind of smooths it a little bit. I always go back to Suave clarifying shampoo, and my conditioner that I always go back to is Garnier Fructis Length and Strength. This isn't going on my hair anymore. I think I might, you know, put it in a hand soap pump or something, because I love the smell. Anyway, I hope that you all can get something from that, and thank you for all of your videos on YouTube. I am learning so much from you every day. And if anyone's had any trouble with this, I'd like to hear about it. And if you found something other than this that works for you, I'd love to hear about that too. Thank you for listening. Take good care of you as always, and bye-bye.